Start your day with mdrive.com. mdriveformen.com. Free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantee. So generally, first impressions with quarterbacks in the NFL are somewhat accurate. You can see great really quickly. Russell Wilson, Brett Favre, John Elway, Peyton Manning. You can see it. Patrick Mahomes, you can see it. You're like, wow. Josh Allen was different. He was awful his first year. 52% completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, 12 picks, passer rating in the 60s. And he was bad his last year at college, and then he goes to the NFL, he's bad. But there is a reason why the eye test matters. There is a reason in recruiting you'll find a smaller player who's super productive, but general managers like the size and the arm and the mobility. They like those things. They like big. They like the eye test. They like the feel. Josh Allen, awful as a rookie 2 years later, outside of Aaron Rodgers, he's my number 2 choice for MVP. He's got more touchdown passes this year than he did in his first 2 years combined. And I think, and generally it doesn't work that way. You see a lot of special early. Justin Herbert, a lot of special, not winning a bunch of games yet, but a lot of special. Peyton Manning, Elway, Russell Wilson, Favre, Rodgers. I think his precedent is Troy Aikman. And Troy Aikman was 0 for 11 his rookie year. He had 9 touchdowns, 18 picks, a passer rating in the mid-50s, and completed barely 52% of his throws. Troy was bad. And Josh Allen was bad. But they had something in common, and this is why the look, the size, the arm, some of this stuff's not quantifiable. It's just, it looks like it should work. Troy Aikman looked like he should work. Have you ever been around Troy Aikman in a T-shirt? A couple years ago, I bumped into him. He was out to dinner, and Troy's just big. He got big hands. He's got big chest. Troy's just big. Troy looks like an NFL quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. If you drew a picture of him, you're like, yeah, what's that guy do for a living? He's a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He looks like a quarterback. Josh Allen, big, strong kid. Dad's big. Josh Allen's big. He looks like a quarterback. They both had one thing in common. They were awful their rookie year. But the reason GMs and people fall in love with sort of the size and the arm is if you can just get 3 things right. And Josh Allen and Troy Aikman, 3 things got right. You got him a great young coach, Sean McDermott, Jimmy Johnson. So you got him a good coach. You got him a sharp young coordinator, Norv Turner, Brian Dable. And you got both. They both popped when you get them a developing or a star go-to wide receiver. Every Sunday, they got to take it off the top guy, Stephon Diggs and Michael Irvin. And you get the coach right, you get the day-to-day coordinator right, and then you get him a guy that Troy and Josh are driving to the arena, and they know, my guy is better than anybody they got covering my guy. And I'm going to throw it to him about 9 times, I'm going to hit him about 7, and he's going to break 1 or 2. And when I look at Josh, I see a lot of Aikman where it's usually not that bad for the all-time talents as rookies. You see a lot of stuff that's very encouraging. And with both, it was really kind of a mess. You get the coach, you get the coordinator, you get the go-to wide receiver, and 2 years later, Aikman was a Pro Bowler. 3 years later, he was winning Super Bowls and was America's quarterback. And this kid it's crazy. I mean, he is out of this world good. Arm, size, look, cannon, risk taker, a little cocky, just a little cocky. Like Mahomes, he plays with a little, I don't like swagger, just a little cocky. I'm going to make the throw and kind of turn my head a little bit, just let you know, wasn't that hard, I could do it again. Joy with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
So before we get to the Herdline News, a little bit of breaking news. Mason Rudolph will start Week 17 for the Steelers.
Oh, boy.
Cleveland.
Browns by 30.
So even if the Steelers lose, they can't drop lower than a 3 seed.
So it doesn't matter.
They'll have home field for their first game, and regardless.
And Cleveland needs to win,
yes,
and just came off a stinker. So it's at Cleveland. The line was 6.5. I'd be shocked if it didn't move to 8 to 8.5. I'll take Cleveland.
Yeah,
in a rout.
I would assume so. So Jared Goff had surgery yesterday to stabilize his right thumb that he broke and dislocated on Sunday, and he'll be out for the Rams' last regular season game. Sean McVay said Goff could return for the playoffs if their season continues past this week. Backup John Wolford is in line to get his first NFL start Sunday against the Cardinals. If the Rams lose to the Cardinals, they need the Bears to lose to the Packers to still make the playoffs.
I think that's going to happen. I think the Rams are going to lose to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And Green Bay is going to beat Chicago.
Well, I mean, this game, I think it's now, it's the Cardinals should win this game. If Goff is not out there, John Wolford's getting his first start.
You know what I thought was
they should
amazing?
Win this game.
I saw a story either today or yesterday. It was like, but he'll be available for the playoffs. I'm like,
Sean McVay is saying he could return for the playoffs.
So you break your thumb as a quarterback and you're fine 2 weeks later? That doesn't even sound right. I mean,
modern medicine. I don't know. They're saying he could do it. I mean, he's not obviously not going to be 100%, but it's the playoffs. So if he can play through it, then they're going to make it happen. He's also optimistic. McVay is that Cam Akers will be able to return from his high ankle sprain this week, but they're uncertain if he's going to be able to play on Sunday as well. So, there's a ton of playoff implications in this